this is a coin worth buying. Welcome back to the Culture of Currency, the channel dedicated to bringing you the stories behind the coins that you should consider for your collection. But first, here is a reminder to you, the viewer. We are about 1/3 of the way to monetization of this channel. Remember that 10% of what I make on YouTube will be converted into silver and gold that I will in turn give back to selected subscribers, so smash that subscribe button and cannonball onto that like button as we talk about this amazing coin from Fiji. As you can see here, Fiji is quite a ways away from the United States. It is also quite a ways away from Japan, as you are seeing now. This is information that you need to know so that when we get to cultural significance, you understand the score. If you have been a longtime subscriber of mine, you have seen a video that looks like this. This video is also a coin from Fiji with the Japanese theme. It was my understanding that there was a series of Japanese themed coins that were going to be struck by the Scottsdale Mint every year, but I cannot seem to find that literature anywhere now. Seeing as I have done one video over the Kayamori Samurai coin from Fiji, I will try to target this video more on the artwork of the wave and the relationship of Japan and Fiji. Diplomatic relations between these two countries started in 1970 when Fiji gained its independence from England, causing close relations and economic trade independently with Japan. I will state that there have been multiple military coups in the past 30 years, but Japan has stayed loyal throughout the short nation's life. In fact, between 1970 and today, it is documented that Japan has allowed over 529 million yen in grants to the island of Fiji. This equals a little over 480 million in US dollars and a little over 2.6 billion in West African francs for those of you viewing in Africa. If you are a cartographer, Fiji is about 2/3 the way from Hawaii to New Zealand and is the second largest island in the area and is relatively the size of New Jersey. New Guinea is the largest in the area for those of you who like Trivia Tuesday at your local tavern. There are actually over 300 islands in the nation, but only 110 are currently inhabited by humans, and the largest religious group are Methodists. These are just a couple of points. For more information on Fiji, comment below or watch my other video on Fiji. Let us get to the artwork featured on this coin. There's a mountain in Japan that sounds like Fiji, but it's actually Mount Fuji. You may have heard this from the brand Fujifilm. That is the Fuji we are talking about today. It is a sacred and beautiful mountain in Japan which looks like this. Around 1830, the artist Katsushika Hokusai painted what we call the Great Wave off Kanagawa, which looks like this and lends to the art on the coin in reference today. This art piece is part of a cycle of art that depicts Mount Fuji in 36 different perspectives. As you can see in the background, we have the stoic Mount Fuji, which stands as a constant even though the waters are turbulent. I want to make sure to point out this because when you look at this coin, you would probably not realize that a mountain is in the background. Many confuse this mountain for another wave. My guess is that this perspective of art would have been taken somewhere around here. This is the first of the 36 pieces of art depicting Fuji and is among the most cherished art pieces of the Edo period. You may also notice the boats that are caught up in the wave. Many scholars believe that this is the most recognizable Japanese piece of art in the world. Here are some of my favorites from this 36-piece set. As you can see, none are quite as dramatic or contrasting in energy, but they are beautiful and tell an amazing story. Fun fact, if you are ever in New York City, please take the time to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This work and many others are on display there, and it is well worth your time and money to see them in person. In an effort to capture the essence of Mount Fuji, Fiji chose the Scottsdale Mint to punch out this coin, which is where I purchased mine. I do not think they have met their mint limit because they told me they were going to mint mine and then ship it, which took a while but was worth it. So if you want one, check out the Scottsdale Mint's website ASAP. So let's go ahead and dive into this coin and see if the mint did this coin justice to the classic of cultural art. On the front we have the classic Great Wave depicted not in its entirety but rather zoomed in a little and focused on the wave rather than the mountain. The detail is just about perfect and the light plays off the coin in a way that treats the eye to a feast of activity. We do not get the contrast in color that the artwork gives us, seeing as that this is a standard coin, but what it lacks in color I found in contrasting depth and texture. This is as good of a front of coin as you will find in all coins. The text is tastefully done and does not take away from the image while still giving credit to Hokusai. This is a strong and unapologetic 10 from me. When we get to the reverse, let me just say that it is rare to have the reverse where the nation's designation can be found, and it is a classy touch to pay homage to this artwork. The coat of arms is in full display with a traditional border and a great looking background. Thank you Fiji for not just giving us a blank background like so many others. This is solid but not overwhelming, so it scores an 8. Now we find ourselves at mintage. Like stated before, I don't think the Scottsdale has met the mintage limit and therefore will mint up to that point, which is a quantity of 50,000, which scores an 8. That's a great overall number. As we turn to cultural significance, there is a slight distraction. Though I absolutely love this coin, I must admit that the significance of the artwork on one side of this coin is thoroughly Japanese. This is art that is recognizable throughout the world and has a nautical theme that many island nations can relate to, but it is through and through Japanese. The reverse, however, saves the day with the emblem of Fiji, so it does score at least a 6 for cultural significance. Collectability is our next category. We have a coin featuring one of the most iconic pieces of art in the world, ever completed. We also have a coin that is really fine-tuned and well done. I think this combined with the low mintage scores an 8. Our last category is uniqueness. I can honestly say that I've never seen anything even close to this coin. I'm not sure if there will ever be a reminted version of this, but for now, this is the only set. So therefore, this is beyond unique and scores a 10. Our total now comes to a 50 out of 60, meaning on this channel that we have our 11th elite level coin. This great wave now joins the other 10 at the top of the mountain of coins that we have purchased on our channel. My final thoughts? This is an elite level coin that depicts one of the greatest artworks of the world. It gets my highest endorsement and is a coin that I see as a must-have. It is tied in score with the American Silver Eagle and the Canadian Thunderbird as a reference. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please stay classy and current with the culture of currency.